Hello, hello, hello. Hello, average Indiana Joyer. Welcome. Tonight, we are playing some more Apollo's Justice. We are starting Turnabout Succession tonight, which I'm really excited about. So, soon I will have info about actual life goals and milestones that we have already hit. Like we hit about 2 months ago. Like right on the beginning of the year, we were like, if someone's like, here's $500 for charity. Like, oh damn! Now I have to find a horror game to play this year, and who has to do the Genshin Smash Pass tier list. Oh yeah, and then Turnabout Replay for this year, which is going to be a Great Ace Attorney Chronicles episode. Which I will be getting out the poll for that this week at some point, just so that way I can see how long. Because that's kind of going to be like the next. I'm not gonna I'm gonna go on Polish Justice Time Get Zero right after this, but over the weekend of at some point I will be doing the Turnabout Replay for this year. But that will be in a couple weeks time. It'll probably still be that way I could just do more of it in one day, so that way it could be like a Friday to Saturday instead of we have to do 3 days of this. And because I can't always just pick out 3 days in a row. I have to especially now at times I cannot stream Wednesdays because of church and everything. That's why I don't stream Monday. Anyways, that's all a couple weeks down the road down the line. So let's not worry about that too much. So, it'll be starting to be planned in a couple weeks. That's because that's what the plan. That's when the poll will end for our Turnabout Replay this year. But for now, let's just get into it. Get into the crime. Looking Turnabout Success. And that's the whole truth of this case. What? Mason system. In order to understand it myself, I had to know the story of these last 7 years, long years. Nothing happens by chance. It's all is connected. And now, we stand ready to begin the final chapter of the story. Will the defendant be found guilty or guilty? The decision is yours. That is the look of a man who is obviously guilty. Just saying. October 7th, 10:37 a.m. Write Anything Agency. Hey, Apollo! Look! On TV! Look! Yeah, I'm kind of busy. Whoa, look at that! He's the last Garamay. Alright, amazing! Apollo! You should be watching this! Ow, ow, ow! last case in my journal. Lawyers are supposed to write things in records, Apollos, not journals. And why now? That case was 3 months ago anyways. Hey, it's a long story. I did a lot, you know. I wanted to vacuum pack the feels of the moment for later. Right now, I'm wowing the crowd by figuring out how Leia Moore disappeared. You're only that far, Apollo? Come on! That was so last week. Quite frankly, because we finished Turnabout Serenade last week. I think that was Tuesday last week. That was literally a week ago. That's right! Uncle Barry did the illusion too! But you missed him on TV right now! I'm just getting to the good part. Honestly, Apollo is a man of... It's just me. Like, except for, you know, I'm not an actual lawyer. I'm a fictional lawyer. Objection! Hold it! Take that! I suppose I should watch a little TV with her. After all, her father is expecting me to look after her while he's away on his secret mission. What you're seeing now is the rehearsal for the greatest magic show on Earth. Happening right here at our own very Sunshine Coliseum. Oh, we're coming back there already? The Sunshine Coliseum? That's where the murder last week took place 3 months ago. Hey, that's where the Governor's concert was. Only 3 more days until miracles happen right here, right before your unbelieving eyes. The legendary Toupee Garamay is performing for the first time in 7 years. That's gonna be great! I'm so there! You and Daddy are coming too! Legendary Garamay. If Tristy's real father were still alive, he'd be on that stage performing miracles. I got the tickets right here and everything. Here's yours, Apollo. Sweet. Ah, you're here. Working hard or hardly working. Yes. Hey, how you been? Hi there, stranger! Not exactly the kind of greeting I want to hear from my own kid. That's not really one you want to hear from your child. Though he's been gone a long time. How's it go, Tracy? I got it here. I got a present for you. Yay! Pudding! I love pudding. Ooh, it's farm fresh. And not just one pudding, but 3 whole cups. I'll have to pace myself. Well, I'm beat. That's right, Daddy. You're on a top secret mission. You gotta take it easy with the secrets, you know. Like, tell me what happened 7 years ago, you idiot! How right you are. Then tell me what happened 7 years ago. So, you still can't tell us what your mission is? Maybe it's time. It has something to do with you anyways. Huh? With me? Ooh, maybe you're going to get a top secret mission too. Maybe you can be one of those guys. Just a lawyer is fine, thanks. A spy? Just a lawyer is fine. Can I just be a defense attorney? To be honest, telling you about the mission was my whole reason for coming here today. What? Tell me. You've heard of the juris system, yes? You mean, are we going to deal with juries? The juris system? As in, we're going to get a taste of what it would, but... Yes, I know that. Speaking of which, the poll later this week, we will be having a poll for which Great Ace Attorney Chronicles episode we will be playing. I will be replaying. That's right, the new legal system that everyone's talking about. Have you heard of it, Apollo? Huh? Maybe? Maybe not as many people are talking about it as I thought. The juris system, huh? do it. Presenting, are we? I did my fair share of that back in the day. Showed my attorney's badge a lot, too. Yeah, no, it's not like I showed it to literally everybody ever. He may look cool and calm now, but you should have seen him before. You know me too well, Tracy. I thought I provided this opportunity for a little family bonding. Presenting, are we? I did my fair share of that back in the day. Honestly, any chance I get to show Phoenix stuff, I'm going to show Phoenix stuff. Wait, before we do... How's Charlie doing? The plant. It intrigues you, doesn't it? Not really. It's just the only thing I hear that doesn't have some secret function. No secrets, but a lot of memories. And a name, too. Want to hear it? Not really. His name is Charlie, if you were curious. Really, I wasn't. Apollo, come on! Charlie has a lot of backstory! Well, since Phoenix is here, why not? Let's investigate everything. I can't believe you're just using this cutting a person apart box as a shelf space. You know, I used that trick on stage the other night. Imagine my surprise when I pulled out one of my shirts out of the box. You should really examine your props before the show. No one's practicing the piano, as usual. Even calling him a pianist is an insult to pianists everywhere. See, Apollo, that is why we put pianist in quotes every time when we talk about Phoenix as a pianist. Or as a pianist. I forgot the air quotes. You wouldn't know, though, because I don't have an asset for air quotes. I should get one. Okay, Apollo, I'm going to guess what you're thinking right now. Huh? What? Was I making a funny face or something? Ugh, I'm so hungry. Am I right? Right? Of course I am. There's no of course about it. You guessed wrong. Besides, that's not what I'm thinking. That's what you're thinking. Ah! How'd you do that? You read my mind, Apollo. At least you got that pudding. That's right. Try not to eat my share, will you? A plate of plastic spaghetti for displaying in a shop. Where the heck did she get this stuff? Want to have a go at that ring, Apollo? No, I was just touching it. Come on, there's no need to be shy. Just slip it on. There! Ouch! You're way too tense. You gotta loosen up. There! The human body wasn't meant to bend like this. Like that. Whew. Careful there, Apollo. A lot of people run into that table, you know. Why, some clients knocked over the pot clean over the other day. Why not get a more sturdy table? Maybe that table is partially to blame. There's no maybe. That thing is a death trap. Those legal books were left by my mentor. Too bad I gave up the practice before reading them. Yeah, because they always mocked you, didn't they, Phoenix? They mocked you. Just remember examining them literally every time. When I'm playing playing the Phoenix Wright trilogy. Of a stack of formidable looking legal books. They mock me. And then they always fall and stub his toe. He stubs his toe on one. There's quite a few magic books in there too, you know. Those would be Tracy's. She'll remember they're there eventually, I'm sure. For a moment, I thought Mr. Wright might do magic too. Scary thought. It is a scary thought. Maybe he should just stick to being a lawyer. Oh wait, he's not a lawyer anymore. He doesn't have his attorney's badge anymore. That magician in the photo. That's my real daddy. Yep, Zach Garame. He disappeared when I was little. I hung it up there so I wouldn't forget what he looked like. I see. smiling, but I bet that smile doesn't go very deep. Alright, let's talk to Phoenix. So, Daddy, what's this jury system thing? Well, Tracy, do you know what a jury is? I've heard of it. Isn't those people who sit in court in those old courtroom dramas? The ones who get to decide if a guy's innocent or guilty? Do you know Apollo? Only from TV. It's 12 people, chosen from the community, right? Well, they're thinking about reviving that system. I don't know if you're old revival, because the only time you actually see that is the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Well, so far in the story. They're calling it the new system, the Juris system. No more doing whatever you like, Your Honor. Not quite that harsh. The jurists cooperate with the judge. They help analyze the case from different angles. And there will be only 6 of them under the current proposals, right? Wow, you know your stuff, Apollo! Your findings directly affect the verdict. Hopefully, people will start taking the court a little more seriously. I feel like I'm on some kind of educational TV show. Sorry, Dr. Wright. Dr. Wright, his assistant Tracy, and mascot Apollo. The perfect team. Wait, why am I the mascot? Is it because the game's named after me? Mascot, hey! So, what's the secret mission? The jury system is my mission, more or less. Anyways, keep in mind that new ideas like this system are always risky, Apollo. Too true. Everyone's got an opinion. They just talk and nothing ever gets decided. Kind of like you, Apollo. I'm a lawyer! What do you want? I'm not that bad, am I? In any case, we're going to give it a shot. A test, if you will. I don't like tests. We'll take a case as a sample and choose 6 jurors. I'll be the one helping with that process. Incidentally, helping how? Well, for one, I'll be the chair of the jury system simulated court committee. The chair constructs the ideal situation, choosing the case, the jurist candidate, give the judge, and the courtroom. Wow! It's like you have a real job! I was never that good at piano, to be honest. No, really? I saw a tweet one time that was like, try learning how to piano. How good is he? First response I saw, better than Phoenix. Once a lawyer, always a lawyer, I guess. The trial's tomorrow, by the way. Don't miss it. The trial simulation, that is. A simulation, huh? Sounds interesting. So, what kind of case is this trial simulation about? Well, since it's the first run through of a new system, I wanted something simple. Good thinking. No sense worrying yourself. I want something too serious. Sure, the case is a murder. It's like, I wanted something simple. It's a murder. That's not simple at all! By simple, you mean the defendant is guilty? Yes, most likely. So, good luck, Apollo. Let me guess, I'm the defense attorney in it. With what? With the trial tomorrow. You're defending, of course. Recall what I said I had something to do with. Recall that I said it had something to do with you. Go for it, Apollo! It's just a test case anyways. No sweat! Yeah, but there's still a verdict to be decided. And a potentially serious sentence. The most serious in a worst case scenario. Gosh! You mean the verdict is for real? That's not a test trial, that's a real trial! All the forms have been filed. There's no turning back now. The trial begins tomorrow at 10 a.m., but we can make room for you. Hope you can make room in your schedule. Well, why am I the only one hearing about this now? Hey, at least you got, maybe a day. In the adventure of the runaway room, Renosuke only gets 10 minutes. Ah, yes, there was a change this morning. I picked a new case. Something that happened last night. Apollo, I know you're all excited about that secret mission, but what about this? The Tupe Garame Grand Magic Oh. Huh? Oh, right. The card tricks. Hey, they're not card tricks! They're grand illusions, miracles, the apocalypse! Heaven and earth will shake! So what? There's 3 whole days. That's 3 whole days from now. It's all at Sunshine Coliseum. Let's go today! We can say hi to Uncle Baron. Have fun. What? I can't go by myself. You know I'm not very outgoing. Right. Why not go with her? But what about the secret mission? Oh, don't worry about that. You'll hear all about it tomorrow, regardless. I don't trust that smile. He knows something he's not telling me. Yippee! Now you can take me to the Coliseum! He wasn't wanting to kill me to go pop over there. Ah, Garame. Reminds me. What's this, Daddy? Isn't that the Garame seal? Consider it a birthday present, Tracy. Thanks! It's great! But today isn't my birthday. Good point. What day is it today, Apollo? Huh? Today? I think it's Recycle Your Plastics Day. Then it's Recycle Your Plastic. It's a Recycle Your Plastics present. Yippee! So it's plastic! I've given up trying to understand them. It's much easier that way. Good call, Apollo. Good call. So what is it? Can I open it, Daddy? No. Huh? You'll need that envelope someday. Someday soon. Don't open it until then. Well, why didn't you just hold on to it till then? Because that would be the logical thing to do. An envelope to Garame, huh? Wait, before presenting? Ah, presenting, are we? Alright, so what case are you gonna use? You really want to know, don't you? Of course I do! I mean, I'm going to be defending, aren't I? If all goes well, then yes, of course. It's just a test. We want everyone to start without the blank state, as it were. There's a difference between having a blank state and just being totally clueless. Whose dumb idea was that, anyways? Well, mine. The committee chair, remember? Oh. Well, if you want to know that badly, I suppose, I could give you permission to examine the scene of the crime. Good! That's better! But you can't talk to anyone involved with the case. What? Then how am I supposed to defend? Do I at least get the name of my client? You let me worry about the details there. Remember, I'm in charge of this trial. All of it. But you don't want it to backfire, do you? Apollo. If I am in charge of this whole trial, that means the entire affair is my responsibility, for good or for bad. Just do what you can. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Alright. I recommend going down to the detention center. Your client is waiting for you. You can ask about the scene there. But you just said I couldn't talk to anyone involved. Oh, you can talk to your client. If you can get her to talk. Well, time's a wasting. Let's get to the Coliseum first. I don't want to really meet her. October 7th, Sunshine Coliseum. Woohoo! This is it, Apollo! The place where magic and dreams converge. Just a while ago, it's the place where murder and nightmares converged. Let's go say hi to Uncle Baron. What about the case? Oh, only a performer laughs like that. The young Miss Trissy! only tell myself it wasn't an impossible dream. Gee, Uncle Variant, how's it going? I'm glad to see you too. Of course you are. Humility is definitely not one of his stronger traits. Well, Miss Tracy, how's the day find? If you come to give me flowers, do it after the show, I beg you. Actually, we came to wish you good luck. And congratulations on your big magic show. Oh, but it is I who wish to congratulate you. Not everyone is so lucky to witness miracles such as the one I shall perform. Yeah, you're amazing. Get the picture. The world will watch as the magnified illusions are reborn. Cheered on stage by my hand. Ah, ha ha ha! A challenge, is it? You want me to make that disappear? Very well, give it to me. Ah, no, thanks! Are all magicians like this? Apollo, what was that look just now? I was just thinking how hard it is to get any information out of it. I was wondering if you could tell me about this. Ah, why that bears the Garame seal? Uncle Variant, is something wrong? Trucy, where did you get this? Huh? Daddy gave it to me. Your daddy? My no. My other daddy, Phoenix Wright. Why now? Why would your Lord Daddy? Lord Daddy, that's kind of a stretch to pull our chick thing of it. The signature on the back, do you recognize it? It belongs to none other than Zach Garame. What? Daddy signed this? Might I be so bold to open it? We were told not to. I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. This envelope, I wonder. I thought this was some Gaviner's concert too, but this Coliseum is just way too big. It's huge. It's got a big sounding name too. Sunshine Coliseum, was it? Ha ha! Would you like to hear what the grand finale of the show's 3 days from now will be? What? Really? Yeah! The grand finale will be nothing other than. Don't tell me you're going to make the Coliseum disappear, right? Ah! Oh, oops. Looks like I was right. Apollo, I can't believe you used your power of perception on something like that. It was just a wild guess, really. They changed the sign since our last case. Last case was 3 months ago. It was all the Gaviners back then, was it? I hope nothing bizarre and mysterious happens this time. But it shall! Why, the show itself will be bizarre and mysterious, I assure you! I don't have a problem with mysterious as long as it's legal. I don't think lawyers and magicians were really meant to have conversations like this. That's the lawyer and the magician. That's the lawyer, the magician's the lawyer's assistant who's also a magician. Look, Apollo! A balloon! A hot air balloon! The Garame seal on it, no less. Well, this is a long-awaited revival after all, and it's been 7 years now. I spent plenty of time and plenty of penny on this promotion. I hope it's a huge success, Uncle Variant. Oh, I intend for it to be nothing less, I assure you. You both sure seem excited about it. I guess it's a big deal for magicians. Hey, that creature there. He was handing out balloons during our last case, too. He's not a creature, Apollo. Poor guy. Oh, sorry. Was I mean somehow? You know how it is. You know how hot it is inside one of those suits. He's stuck in there with only the smell of his own sweat to keep him company. On the verge of passing out. His hand. He hands out balloons as though it was a slap. Kind of takes the fun out of true that the Garame miracle is back after 7 years absence? Miss Trucy, I must apologize. The show and its dishonor should have been his. My co-magician in training, Zach Garame. That terrible thing hadn't. It's okay. Your father was a great magician, Trucy. If you were alive, then I, valiant Garame, would have been proud to stand upon this stage as his assistant. Thanks, Uncle Barry. You know, I'm happy that you're doing the show. Think we get to see the great Messify illusions again. He's really looking forward to this, isn't he? My mentor, the Megafy Garame, was the true deity among the magicians. The creator god who gave birth to magic and illusions that defy our very imagination. I was still little when I last saw one, but I still remember his shows. He did wheelies and sports cars through airs above the audience, and then sped off to outer space after faster than the speed of sound. I'm guessing that memory was a bit failish. For 7 long years, the world's been waiting for this miracle to match him. The heir to the Garame Tope secret. It falls to me to prove right. This is my God-given destiny. Yes, you, nameless face who speaks the nameless mask. How can I... Masses. You, nameless face who speaks for the nameless masses. How can I help you? If the world was waiting, then why did you hold off for 7 long years? It appears that the lad is uninformed. Perhaps you have heard the magic known as law, which governs our land. Perhaps I literally am a lawyer. I have, so I'm not sure it qualifies as magic. The performance of Magnify as the miracle was impossible. A certain law prevented it for 7 years, but no more! 7 years. That phrase sure does like to pop up, doesn't it? So I'm starting to connect some dots of the case that was 7 years ago that Phoenix lost his attorney's badge in. I think we know 3 things. We know who the defense attorney was. We know who the prosecution is, and I think we now know who the victim was. Obviously. The defense was Phoenix, Calvert was the prosecution, and Zach Garame was probably the victim. And what was that? A little matter called performance rights. Can you tell us about these performance rights? Magic relied on an incredibly innovative idea, a trick, if you will. That trick was considered his property, and such was protected by property laws. Intellectual property, maybe. Magpie knew his bequest in it as well. To one person. You mean him? Yes, Miss Trucy, it was your father. Zach Garame was the inheritor of the Garame miracle. Yes, as you know, he's gone. He disappeared 7 years ago. Okay, maybe not the victim. Maybe he was... Phoenix did say he was friends with him, right? Or it was at least Garame, Valiant. So maybe that's how. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe Zach Garame was not the victim, but he was the client. And then, something like, obviously something like, Turnabout Goodbyes happened with Genyoki, where he was labeled a murderer and really had to hide himself. Or, something along the lines of, this would probably be Twisted Karma and his final bow, which is Great Ace Attorney Chronicles 2 result, where I don't remember the character's name, but he was fired, but he didn't want to let his wife know. I think I see where this story is going. Once a person is classified missing for a certain period of time, they're considered legally deceased, correct? In all absoluteness, those rolled up sleeves conceal your completeness. Well, young man, that certain period of time which you speak is 7 years. Ah, yes, Miss Truth. Though it pains me to say it, this past spring, April to precise, it was the time your father was legally declared deceased, in the absence of a formal will. The secrets of our mighty mentor Magnifius passed to me. This was, in fact, stipulated in the will by Magma himself. Is that how it works, Apollo? Yeah, it's called and abstainia. He's declared missing. Permanently. Daddy. Oh. I guess we're gonna we're gonna meet our client now. October 7th, Detention Center, Visitors Room. That's 20 minutes we've been waiting here. 20 minutes! Maybe I should complain. I'm sure that guard has better things to do than stand there pretending he doesn't see us. You know, the minute we get angry, the client will show. It always works that way. Like shouting, "Oh, where?" And they're standing right there behind you. Oh, guard! Is our client gonna be much longer? What are you talking about? Haven't you already started this meeting? Haven't you already started the meeting yet? Huh? But where did you come from? Well, anyways, please have a seat. I'm nervous, Apollo. It's the silent. It builds suspense. Why don't you do something, Tracy? You're a magician, aren't you? That's right! Okay. I'm the amazing Mr. Hat! Thud. She passed out! Miss Magic Underwear might have been a better bet. That's magic panties, Apollo! Alright, first things first. See this here? Does it ring any bells? Does anything I say ring anything? Hi. Well, on your defense, I really think it has to be fate, you know? And by fate, I mean destiny. Do you know I'm good with astrology? Oh god, Apollo's one of those astrology girlies. Hey! Can we get out of that? Tell me, what's your sign? Well, I can tell you mine if you like, Apollo. No, never. I just got carried away there. I seem destined to get difficult clients. So, what's your name? Oh, right. I'm supposed to introduce myself first. I'm Apollo Justice. And I'm Tracy Wright. I know, it's getting nowhere fast. Hey, I know, maybe you can tell us what happened. I'm your defense attorney after all. Anything out of the ordinary happened lately? Well, the other day, this tourist from out of town stopped to ask me for directions. Later, Tracy. I understand despair a little better now. You did good, Apollo. Huh? Look, she's doing her nails. What? Nails more important than defense? Is that it? Let's go, Tracy. Excuse me. You're useless? Sure. I feel like a teenager on a first date. Wouldn't know what that's like. Wouldn't know what it's like I wouldn't know what it's like to be a teenager on a date. Because my first date was when I was my first and only date, honestly. And this is the love letter where we passed from desk to desk at school. Stop looking so wistful and worried at Apollo. It's a business card. It's a name and address. The name is Sarah Misham. The address is for Drew's studio. And you're giving me this card because... Well, looks like we're finished here. I wonder if Drew's Studios is the scene of the crime. Let's go find out. First things first. Phoenix, anything to say? Presenting, are we? I love that line. Presenting, are we? Okay, we're off to Drew Studios. October 7th, Drew Studios. Wow, it looks like a studio. It's like life imitates art, or maybe it's the other way around. But that tape on the ground there, it's jarring. Yeah, looks like we found our crime scene. Apollo, look at those paintings! Hey, don't touch those. It's okay, I'm just looking. Huh? Apollo, look at this one. It looks half finished. You can still see the rough sketch underneath. But that's odd. The rough part doesn't look like the rest of the painting at all. Yeah, good point. That is odd. All the paintings have really different styles, too. I thought I might find you two here. Emma! Long time no see! Oh. Seems like I run into you far too often. Well, you are kind of the gumshoe of the story, so... I bet I know why you're here, too. You know about the trial simulation tomorrow. I heard about it, sure. So Mr. Wright chose you, huh? You don't even know what the case is about. Well, he was killed. The artist who owns the studio, that is. Mr. Drew Hairsmith. His hand. And his daughter was put under arrest. Yeah, we just saw her at the detention center. It was funny, though. She seemed more like a victim than the kind of person who committed a murder. You don't say. Never, not even by poisoning. That's how it was done, you know. Poisoning is a common way to get the job done when the murderer is a woman. Wow, Emma. Thought we were being progressive here. Women can use a sledgehammer. It's probably just science statistics that she knows. Poisoning. Anyways, Mr. Wright, tell me you'd be coming. Feel free to take a look around. I'll just be over here with my sapphires. We can't talk to anyone related to this case this time around. Which means we better find out as much as we can here at the scene. Or else. Well. Nope. Order of operation. Present, examine, talk. Emma, I was wondering if you could take a look at this. Look, I'm a detective. You can't just ask me any old thing and expect an answer, okay? I think you need to be a little more focused on your inquiries. Scientifically, even. Somehow I I knew she was getting around. She'd get around to science. About this painting. Oh, that? Quite good, isn't it? That's not what I wanted to ask you about. I want to examine it. Is that it? I'd be happy to let you, if you had a good reason. But without that, sorry. I guess she wants us to do a little footwork on our own first. Alright. Like I said, the order of operations when we're investigating is present, examine, talk. Hey! There's a painting hidden back here. Hey, you're right. What if it's embarrassing somehow and you didn't want anyone to see it? You certainly seem pleased with the possibility. Huh? It's so normal. That's probably something to get mad about. Huh? What is it, Apollo? Well, doesn't this painting look like... Never mind. Better get a professional opinion on this. I imagine this coffee cup was for the guests to use. Yes. Since the police already analyzed the cup too. Not a trace of poison was found on the cup. So the killer was after Drew Manson alone. Ah, that's the victim's coffee mug. Aha! So the poison was right here. This is my first time seeing a real poison mug of coffee. I hope so. Poisoned coffee? Not exactly, actually. What do you mean? No traces of poison were found in the coffee. What? You have to figure out the rest yourself. I'm officially not on your side after all. Hey, look there! That thing doesn't look so healthy, Apollo. That must be the Blue Mountain stuff we've been hearing about. Something tells me that even Blue Mountain coffee isn't this blue. No, this thing is probably... better ask Emma. It's like, show me the photo, show me it rendered. Apollo, look at this painting. You can see the rough sketch. Oh, looks like it was only half complete. Huh? That's funny. Do the rough sketches in the painting picture look totally different to you? They do, actually. What's that all about? What a pretty business card. Looks like a postcard almost. And on the back, just her name. That seems odd to me. Huh? What does? Why write your name on the front and back of the card? Why not use the space on the back for a self-portrait or a caricature? then people will remember what you look like, too. That's not a bad idea, actually. Here, give me one of your cards, Apollo. He's drawing something. Hey! My hair's not that spiky! That's your dad! Oh, looky here. A handwritten signature. It says, I can't read it. That seems odd to me. I mean, isn't a signature intended to show ownership? What's the use if no one can read it? Isn't it enough if you can read your own? Oh, I never thought of it that way. That letterbox looks funny sitting in a room like this. Let's take a look. Empty. The other half of that letter or box is actually connected to the outside of the studio. Mr. Mahan would put his letters in there, and the postman took them away. Impressive that someone still writes letters in this day and age. Or wrote, rather. I wouldn't mind taking a closer look at those paintings. I just love oils, you know how they are so thick and what's the word? These paintings are all dry. I'm just surprised at how different all of these paintings are. Yeah, what's going on with this half-finished one? It must have been the work in progress. You can still see the rough sketch below. That's what's so weird. The sketch art doesn't really look like its finished part. I noticed. That is weird. Eek! Apollo! That's where the body was! That's the spot where Mr. Truman Anson passed away. He put his coffee mug. He put the coffee mug next to his lips. And the next moment, we need an expert on coffee drinking. Oh wait, he's probably dead by now. You probably. I was referring to Godot if anyone was curious. Mister, I would drink 17 cups of coffee a trial. There's quite a bit of paint on the ground. See the half painted painting there? He must have been working on that right up until the moment he died. Wow, a true artist to the end. Or maybe he started it a year ago and was procrastinating. Let's take a look at this desk here. Something about the way that figure is posed. I've seen that pose before. It's you, Apollo. See, you're making one of your flamboyant gestures. No, it's objection! And then pointing. Please, I'm a professional. I wonder why it's posed like that. Coincidence? So this is Miss Sam. And this is the little girl must be Vera. They look... Yes, they took that some years ago. They look close. A close, happy little family. Until you arrested his daughter. Ah! Look, I was personally against that, okay? She just didn't seem very suspicious, scientifically speaking. Uh-huh. Right. Ooh! Cute! Look at these tiny frames, Apollo! Tiny is right. That thing is barely 2 inches high. What picture would fit in that? None, apparently. It's empty. There's no glass in it, either. What's it doing sitting on the desk? This is a lesson for all of us. Be sure to check the size when you buy frames. This is a journal. Wow! Talk about a clue! Let's read it. What is it, Apollo? You didn't write the name of the killer, did you? It's new. He didn't write a single line. Ah! had you going for a while there. Hey, Apollo, what's this feather thingy? Isn't that a pen? Like an old-fashioned quill pen? But it doesn't have any pointy end. That was most likely for sweeping dirt off the desk. Wow, you sure know a lot, Emma. Bold and scientific, that's my motto. Exactly what about that was bold or scientific? This envelope has been opened and real sealed. Woo! I know how to do that. Take a pot of boiling water, hold the envelope up to the steam. The glue melts and it opens. Cool, huh? Whoever did this wasn't so delicate. You're right. Looks like they were ripped it open and stuck it back together. Huh? The postmark on this letter is from 7 years ago. Why would someone open a letter and then steal it again? I better hang on to this. This is a desk for painting, Apollo. That would be a drafting table. Drafting? Basically, it's a tool for making precise diagrams. Wow! Painting is harder than I thought. Why would a painter need a drafting table when was he an architect too? What's all this equipment here for? Doesn't look very artistic, really. He had everything from a lace to a laser cutter. Looked like he was ready to work on metals and wood too. Though his equipment's a bit old, to tell the truth. Why would a painter need all of this? From the dust, I'd say he hasn't used the stuff for years. This corner doesn't fit with the rest of the studio. Oh, you think I could borrow this? I want to cut a quarter in half to make a trick coin. This is a crime scene, Trucy. But these cost like 50 bucks at the magic shop. Let's see. Trucy would have to save for almost a year just to get one. So why can't we just let her make her trick coin, Apollo? Look at all these paints, Apollo. There's so many. Got like 20 kinds of red. Well, there's a lot of kinds of reds, Trucy. We could repaint your suit, Apollo. How about this shade of green? That'll be enough of that, thanks. Okay, so I think we examined everything. We got some more... Oh, Emma, I was wondering about this painting. Ah! Aha! That one. What about it? What about it? Yeah, what about it, Apollo? Take a closer look at it. Both of you. Now, look at this one. This is the third painting he was working on. Hey, they're the same. I was hoping you wouldn't find them. You're right, though. Mr. Miss Ham was copying the painting. Wow, it's pretty good. Copying a painting. What for, Prince? Emma, about this mug. There's a pale blue residue at the rim. That! Yes, well, it's just a rumor. But I've heard there's a kind of coffee called Blue Mountain. I'm pretty sure it isn't actually blue, Emma. Ah, right. Okay, you got it. That's the leftover from my testing spray. Forensic science. I knew your hobby was behind this somehow, Emma. Is that a hobby? So what kind of scientific stuff are you up to? This spray is what it turns blue when it touches poison. So the poison that killed the victim was on this mug? That's right. See? It wasn't in the coffee. The killer applied it to the rim of the mug itself. Wow, science is amazing. safe ladder will get you everywhere. It certainly is worth talking to her a bit more. Emma, about this. Oh, that! Yes, why is that the bright red envelope? She sure is jumpy. Someone opened this, didn't they? My lips are sealed. Your lips are sealed? That's a first. You mean, you know what's inside this envelope? Sure, I read it. I read it after all. I read it after all. You mean you're the one who ripped this open? Ha! Please. I would have Steam to open it. She did take a peek at it, apparently. Know that I have a powerful weapon on my side. Weapon? Yes. The use of tool. Highly specialized tool for informing and gathering information. Tools I wouldn't mind getting my hands on. You should try flattering her, Apollo. They say a little praise can open big doors. Never heard that one, but it's a good price. Let's try talking to her some more. So this, Drew Misham was some kind of artist? Apparently. Did a lot of illustration for books, I hear. Had a lot of female fans, too. For what it's worth. Oh, well, I guess this stuff is kind of pretty. Like that oil painting over there, for instance. Yeah. That wasn't one of the illustrations, actually. Huh? So it was a standalone painting or something? Is that what you mean? He was not a birdman, Miss Sam. He hadn't shown his face to anyone until the end. What do you mean, to anyone? He was always locked up in here in the studio, apparently. His only connection to the outside world was through the letters he put in that letterbox there. Letters? Do people still write letters? What do you mean, Apollo? I mean, when was the last time you wrote a real letter? Don't most people use emails and stuff these days? Not Mr. Mayhem. He didn't stand technology, it seems. He did everything by mail. Maybe he went through that. Maybe he thought that was way more. That way was more artistic, you know. In any case, the only person besides him allowed in here was his daughter, Vera. Oh, you mean the killer? The suspect, if you would, please. He took some fingerprints, of course. The only ones found in the room were Miss Ham and Vera's, basically. Actually, last night, Mr. Miss Ham gave an interview to a reporter for the first time. That reporter's the killer. During the interview, apparently. His first interview ever. Tell us a bit more about what happened that night of the murder. So this woman, Vera, she's Mr. and Miss Ham's daughter, right? Yep, a real sickly girl ever since she was little. Hardly ever went outside. She did kind of give off a withdrawn sort of aura. She was homeschooled by her father, apparently. It was quite the scene when they took her to the detention center. She was screaming about how she'd die if they took her outside. That does sound like a scene. In the end, she agreed to leave if she was allowed her good luck charm for company. Her good luck charm? Apparently, she has this charm that magically gives her the courage to go outside. Why can't I ever get a normal client? Because you're the protagonist of an Ace Attorney game, Apollo. Why would a shut-in daughter kill her own dad? Don't look at me. So what about the poison? It was found to be in his coffee, right? No. Not precisely. Not precisely? What does that mean? It means see for yourself, I think. Well, we already know that part. This is why the order of operations is present, examine, talk. Like I said, last night was the first time someone from the outside came into the studio. I guess a mysterious painter who never goes outside makes for good articles. And it just so happens that he died the night. of his first interview. Around 9 p.m. every night, Vera always made him a cup of coffee. Last night, he drank his usual cup and suddenly became violently ill. And died? So she poisoned him the night of the interview? What did the reporter see? He wasn't near Mr. Mayhem when she first brought his father coffee. He was checking out some equipment in the back of the room. Supposedly, that's why she didn't notice that he was there. That was the reporter who called the police, in fact. Wait, but why is she the suspect? If anyone is suspicious, it's the reporter. Yet the reporter never got near Mr. Misham's coffee. Even Vera acknowledges that. Regardless, I want to know more about this reporter. I bet Emma can help us out here. Don't forget, flattery will get you everywhere, Sir Apollo. Huh? What are you two whispering about? Well, I was thinking. I mean, what is it we always do when we run into you at a crime scene? What is it we always do? Scientifically. Ah, you knew me too well. Okay. I mean, we can get the scientific now? Oh, I suppose. Just this one. Bring anything you find suspicious and we'll check it out. Oh, we got two things to check. Check this you. Flattery will get you everywhere. Emma, about this mug. There's a pale blue residue on the rim. Yes, well, it's just a rumor. But I heard there's a It's not a hobby. So what kind of scientific stuff are you up to? The spray that's what turns blue. About the poison analyst. I was afraid you were going to ask about that. See, the solution is used to test for actodyne. Actrogyne, the deadly poison found in the apiary. Uh-oh. I know that spark in her eyes. She's getting excited. Best friend lately. This is the most virtual poison, but it absorbs into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of indigestion for adverse effects to show. Oh, and guess what? Recent research shown that's fine, really. We don't need to know all the gory details. I think I get it. You just spray the stuff on something you want to test, right? Precisely. You can find even the slightest trace of poison with this. I want to try too, Emma. Please. You don't have to ask twice. I already used it on everything suspicious, of course. Yay! Let's give it a whirl, Polo. Ah! What are you doing? There's no poison on me! Just seeing if I got a reaction off of you. How is this for reaction? Never do that again! I'm not poisonous! How about the hapless witnesses on the stand? Let's get down to checking for real poisons, shall we? too bad. No reaction there. I'm sure Emma checked out all the likely spots. Wait a second. What is it, Apollo? Did you spray that little desk over there? I don't think so. The spray probably can't reach that far, you know. Let's check it out, just to be sure. Oh, well? A reaction, Apollo! Ugh! Where? Inside that cute little frame. Look! Well, look at that. Nice going, Tracy. I know I'm known to work magic. Never mind that. I was the one who found it. Why would the inside of that frame have poison on it? Looks like we found the other place that was poison in any case. Okay. About that envelope we found. I was wondering if you could help us out with that tool you were mentioning. You want to know about my tool, do you? It's called an X-ray analyzer. X-ray? Like X-rays you get at the dentist? That's right. At least that's what I call it. Huh? It has a real name, but it's much more complicated than the X-ray specification. Something like, how am I supposed to remember all that? So basically, it lets you see inside things, like envelopes. That's right. You're sharp, Tracy. But it's a bit more complicated than that for access, of course. Actually, to tell you the truth, I'm not really sure how it works scientifically. Can I try it out, Emma? Please? Oh, I suppose. Of course, I already checked out everything suspicious myself. Alright, let's give it a spin, Apollo. Yuck! What are you doing? Oh, just seeing if I could see through your hair. But it's like a lead. Point at that thing at me anymore, and it might fall out. And I wouldn't need an X-ray machine to see through it. Get down to business, shall we? Right, let's test it on a sample first. It just so happens I have a lottery ticket here. You see the sample in this device, so I don't see anything. Patient, there's no need to get all angsty. Look at the right side of the screen. That's the layer view of the envelope. Layer view? You gotta see it to display the outside the envelope, see? Actually, it's quicker to just have you give it a try. Turn that dial there with the keypad. Okay. Oh, I'm not touching shit. That's right. That's how you choose what decks you want to scan. Hey, I got something. See? That's how you can read the letters on the tickets on the inside. Cool, huh? Except, I can't read them. Just turn the dial a little more. What you have to understand is the sheet of paper isn't really all that flat. When you zoom in that much, you see the paper is like a bunch of hills and valleys. Wow, really? This X-ray view uses a beam of wavelengths that only 5 million. It breaks cards down so thin into thin layers, so it can only show what's written on that layer. I'm not entirely following you, but what's good is if you can't read anything. That's where we're going to step 2. Try rubbing the image a little if you would. Rubbing, like going over the image with the ESW while holding space. There, that fixes the image on the screen. Now turn the dial again, just a little. Good, now you can rub this image to fix it too. Oh, I get it. We just keep doing this until we got the whole thing. Exactly, not bad. Neat. Let's do some more. Okay, let's print this one out. Lottery 449. You lose. Ouch. You lose. At least you knew that. At least you knew where you stand, eh? Anyways, now you see the true hidden power of my weapon. Neat, huh? Now let's try it out in this real thing, shall we? Okay, let's print this one out. Dear Miss Master, I deposited the 100 crown into designated account. Please send a receipt once you've confirmed the transfer. Someone deposited 100,000 into Miss Ham's account. His paintings must be really valuable. There's another page in there. Care to take a look? You bet I do! If you're gonna read someone's mail, you better read it all. Here it goes, it's the second page then. Okay, let's print this one out. Sign the papers and send them in closed envelopes with the closed envelope stamp within 3 days. I need not to remind you to speak of this to no one. So it was a letter about payment for one of his paintings? Why are all the secrecy though? And what? Why was this letter only the only one here? It's 7 years old, right? Maybe it's some special significance to him. Well, Emma? Well, indeed. She knows something she's not telling us. Looks like she's keeping her mum about it. So Emma, I was wondering, what's the story about this reporter that came here the night of the crime? Ah, I'm afraid I can't tell you because he's going to be the witness tomorrow, I hear. Not so. I never forget that face. But what's his name? Oh, right! Rochelle. He's after her scoop to sell the paper. The reporter comes for an interview with a painter. His first interview ever, and that night he's killed. Seems strange to you. Real strange. It does raise a few questions. I'd like to speak with this reporter if I could. Well, I hear he's on the beat today too. He said something about covering a magician. Magician. Well, if it's not Tracy, one other person. It wasn't Valiant Garamay by any chance, was it? Yeah, something like that. He's got some big show lined up, I hear. He's out interviewing Valiant Garamay. Looks like I'd be heading there, out to the Coliseum again soon as I saw it. Here, I'll give you that reporter's card if you want. Get to the Detention Center real quick. See if there's anything for her. I've never sent Detention Center's visitors room. Ah, you're here to see Farah Misham. Yes, that's right. She's in the medical office at the moment. Medical office? Is she okay? She's just lying down. Said she didn't feel so good. I'm sorry, but I can't allow any meetings at the moment. Most annoying client ever. She's a shut-in. Yes, we should come back. This song will never get old to me. Guess we have to do this. So, a journalist is here on the story. All eyes in the universe are upon my face. All pens seek to commit its mysterious paper. His name was Rochelle. Rochelle. I think he remembers him. He doesn't look too happy about it. Rochelle, that coil smells of mint when he smiles, yes. Could you tell us more about him? What did he want? A name by that name called me just now. Just now. Valiant's visions are always towards tomorrow. Valiant Pizza steps forward. That's all. That's all. Very confusing. I am to perform a big magic show, yes? I wanted someone to cover it. Yes, he has only ears for that incident. In any case, I requested that rapturous reporter remove himself. So a painter has died. What of it? But it's a footnote in the footlight compared to Magic Pyramid. Uncle Variant, you know where the reporter went? I recommend pieces that place popular with penalized pet perpetrators. The detention center? He was a prudent individual. Might I see that card? Sure. He would tear apart my respectability. I'll tear him apart. Woo! Here comes Apollo, Uncle Valiant's big magic trick. He's gonna fix the card. Not sure how that qualifies as good magic. There is no trick. He just shredded it to pieces. Is that what it is? What happened to the big magic? Ha 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 ha! There's no more. Is it not more miraculous that it stays ripped for it to stay ripped? You must have really not liked that journalist. Now the time has come when I must return to make my precious preparations. By your leave, Miss Tracy. Thanks, Uncle Variant. 3 days from now. Make ready for a miracle. What do you think that journalist was after? Why did Valiant react to that envelope? I think it's time to pay the detention center another visit. October 7th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. I think I hear what you're saying. We all doing it for the money, end quote. No, not at all. Looks like someone's already meeting here. Maybe that reporter. What? Hey there! How you doing? Who might you be? Police Justice, Attorney at Law. Ah, sorry. You didn't know someone was already here. I'm a Police Justice, Attorney at Law. Talk about a nervous monkey. You are Justice? You know me? Do I know you? Of course I know you! Stare down the witness on the stand until they spill beans. End quote. That's not true! What is he writing? Are you a reporter by any chance? Whoa! You're Tracy! Yeah? Am I famous? Oh yeah. Tracy Wright hates carrying a bag. Puts everything she owns in her panties. End quote. That's not true! That's so not true! this there. I'll wrap this up interview up in a jiffy. Interview? So, guard, I think I know what's going on here. Guarding rooms is my life. What else can I possibly need? End quote. No, how many times do I have to tell you this? Look, I just got work to do. You deal with him. Did you come here to interview the guard? Oh, wee, what a pickle! Accused wouldn't talk. Had to interview someone else. Or go plumb crazy, end quote. Huh? God, I already hate him. I understand why a variant does not like him. I should have guessed. Where's my manners? Name's Brushel. Sparks Brushel. I'm not picky. Journalist closing eyes, right? End quote. Didn't smell like average immigrants. Until you've been interviewed by me, you don't know what thrilling is. Wild romps to the crossroad mayhem madness, end quote. Oh god, I hate this man. I can see that. He's writing something again. Also, is he writing on his fucking arm? Well, if he's a reporter, maybe he knows something. Ah, right! Let me go on the record here. Yes? I know what you're gonna say. Brushel, take this. Write brilliant column. And I don't think so. Look, buddy, I write brilliant columns about one thing, and that's food. Try to understand. What could he possibly be writing? He didn't listen to a word I said. Also, is he a journalist or a dentist? That is aesthetic. Alright, let's see. Stupid night guy. So, Mr. Brushel, you're a journalist? Ah, me, let me say one thing for the record here. Yes, I'm the interviewer, you understand, yeah? I'm the one who asking the questions here. End quote. I'm the lawyer. Okay. For instance, you think a movie director watches movies? Well, I think he probably does. Exactly! I knew you'd understand. Huh? Huh? So, in the night of the murder, you were at your studios? Who, me? Look, me. Let me say one thing for the record. Yes? I may look calm and collected, but I'm busy. Real busy, always on the road. Journalists always buys one-way ticket, never looks back, end quote. I can understand that philosophy, but you want to know the thing about one-way tickets? Once you use them, they're gone. All because you have to give them to the guy at the airport. True enough. But they don't give normal tickets away. But don't they give away normal tickets too? Exactly, see? It's the same thing. What is it? you went to do a story on the Dream Museum, and you never had a story done about him before? That's right. Look, let me let me say one thing for the record here. Please don't. But what? I'm sure you're going to want to know about my story. What tipped me off the truth? Why the interview went in the first place? Well, yes. Look, it's like, oh, I got it. Say there's a burger joint with fabulous ketchup. You think the burger guy is going to tell me where he got it? At the supermarket, maybe? What the hell are you doing, VTuber Studios? VTuber Studios, like, what the hell are you doing? Hello, money. Please ignore VTuber Studios. It has a mind of its own right now. I don't know what it's doing. Like, is my camera just glitching out or something? But yeah, for now. Yeah, my camera's literally glitching out right now. This is... Yeah. It has to disable. Try enabling it again? Well, the classic Nintendo. I have to try plugging it in and out again. Let's try that. I think I just closed the game on accident. Well, I closed VTuber Studios by accident, which means I also closed the game on accident. What? Also might be high time I get a new studio. Make it a... Let's see if the answer to my problem was just I had to plug it in and plug it back out. I haven't seen my webcam glitch like that since I was playing Doki Doki Literature Club. And that's back before I was a VTuber. Okay, okay. Looks like all I had to do was plug it in and plug it back out. But yeah, like I said, accidentally closed the game. That's the more important thing to get back out. Well, I get everything back set up. Let's just enjoy the menu music again. There we go. We should be better now. I'll keep an eye out on stuff or on stream. Because, I don't know, webcam could be all weird. So, load game. Oh, what? I'm sure you're gonna want to know about my sword. What sent me off to Drew? Why the interviews in the first place? Well, yes. Look, it's like, oh, I got it. Say there was a burger joint with fabulous ketchup. You think the burger guy is gonna tell me where I got it? At the supermarket, maybe? Exactly, see? That's what I'm talking about. I think maybe I have actually understood that one. Well, there's nothing I can't really talk. Well, there's really nothing I can talk about, really. Walls have ears, eyes. Oh, walls have ears, eyes, and special glasses, and walls with speakers. End quote. Right, guess we'll leave then. Ah, but since you're here, might as well tell you a tidbit of news I saw, just for the heck of it. Sure, tell us, just for the heck of it. I remember it's like it was yesterday. I seen a movie on a trip and wandered into this burger ketchup place with amazing ketchup. And an article in the tabloid caught my eye. Famous oil painting stolen from an art dealer's gallery. End quote, I believe it was. An oil painting. Happens every day, right? But I thought I'd seen the painting somewhere before. A painting of a giant peach floating down the river. You mean this? Someone stole an oil painting of a giant peach? Journalists can smell scoots better than burgers. End quote. You mean this one? Ah, right! Let me go on the record here. Yes? October 7th, Drew Studios. Well, how'd it go? Find anything out? Actually, there was one thing I wanted to check with you. Well, what's the scary face you're making? And what's with the something that, but I'm not telling Face you got going on, Emma. This painting came from behind that dresser. Ah, yes, so? It was stolen, no? I was hoping you wouldn't figure that out. Do you think I could tell? Do you think you could tell us a bit about this? I suppose. That's what you think. Drew Miss Ham was a forager. A forager? So what exactly is a forager? Well, Tracy, those are the foragers are people who take something and make it. They're like art tracers, you know, the people we shame on Twitter. Or formerly known, X, formerly known as Twitter. Well, basically, it's someone who makes forgeries. Fakes, in other words. Fakes? Copies of the original. Exact copies. Or precise. You can't tell them apart. Well, why not just photocopy them? The big problem with forgeries is that people try to sell them as the real article. It's a crime, of course. So, Drew Miss Ham was a criminal. I'm afraid so. He received money to create elaborate forgeries. To supplement his work in illustration, I guess. I see. Actually, that's why I brought this here in the first place. What do you mean? When you're trying to determine if a painting's a forgery, the rough sketch underneath can be a valuable clue. So the rough sketch is like a practice for the real thing? Like doing magic tricks in front of a mirror before you go on stage. But not in the case of a forgery. Not necessarily, anyways. You know what the finished project is going to look like, after all. Oh yeah, I guess you would. That's why I brought this. I'm going to use it to see what's under the paint of the finished pieces. I get it now. That's not really need to go to such lengths, seeing how one of the paintings is only half finished, anyways. Still, it'd be neat to see Mr. Miss Ham's rough sketches. Kind of like what he was drawing when he saw no one was looking. True, that would be interesting and maybe valuable for our case. You should try buttering her up, Apollo. Butter, it gets you everywhere, they say. Maybe I should ask Emma to help us out. Do we have to go each painting individually, though? I kind of want to see the rough sketch under this painting. I was wondering if your tool might do the trick. Oh, fine. Just this, though. Fine, though. Let's check it out. I want to see this one first. Okay, let's print this one out. Anybody getting some turnabout corner vibes? What? What the heck? Wow, he really blows! This finished painting isn't anything like the rough! Devices like mine don't exist and didn't exist until recently. He probably said he could draw any sort of thing he wanted for the rough. What do you mean? Well, in the past, you could only analyze compositions of a rough sketch. Compositions? In other words, the traces of the charcoal between the paints of the canvas. So you can tell if there has been a rough sketch. But that's not what it looked like. Ah, I think I follow you. So in essence, it wouldn't matter what's underneath the finished painting. Some pros would actually paint it out a rough sketch entirely. Then do a completely new painting on top of that. So Mr. Misham was drawing over what he wanted before the painting over them? Possibly. There's another problem. Is there a problem with that? Not particularly, but something about the sketch is kind of odd. You're awfully silent all of a sudden, Polo. Do you think we could check out one of the other paintings? Well, sure. You do like the detection stuff, don't you? Let's do this one, because this one would be turned about Trump, right? This one's gonna have some poker. Probably gonna be some stuff about poker, right? Because that one was turned about Corner. This one should be turned about Trump. Then the last one would be turned about Succession, or turned about Serenade. Oh yeah, it's looking like some poker stuff. Okay, let's print this one out. So yeah, if we see the third one, it's definitely gonna be. It's probably gonna be like a guitar or something. This one too. What's wrong, Apollo? You look all serious all of a sudden. You think I could just look at the last one of these? Fine by me. Knock yourself out. So this one should be a reference to Turnabout Serenade then. Like, what is... How does Drew know about our past cases? Yeah, guitar on the tower. Okay, let's print this one out. A guitarist on fire. Yeah, that's Turnabout Serenade. What the heck is all of this? I hesitate to ask why you're getting so excited. You sure your device isn't leaking some kind of strange radiation? Trissy, look at these sketches. Don't you notice anything? Now you both as white as sheep. What's going on? These sketches are of the 3 cases I worked on. What? The murder in the poker room at the Borscht Club. The dead man pulling the noodle stand. And then the events that transpired during the Gaviner's concert. What could it mean? How could he have drawn these things? And why? That's what I want to know. Wait, is Drew Misham your father? Right. Because the client's my sister. Give me a break. Does that seem even remotely possible to you? I never even heard of Drew Misham before. I haven't even seen a picture of him, but there were my cases, drawn on his canvas. Every single one of them. It couldn't have been a coincidence. Who was this Drew Misham? What did he have to do with me? Bum bum bum! Yes, we're saving. gonna change the music. Let's just do this one. Alright. Return to the title screen. So thank you guys all for joining us. This is interesting, man. Like, what the hell is going on? How the hell? How? I knew something was up when we saw the first one, and it was like, why is it a dead man pulling a noodle stand? I was like, oh, that's Turnabout Corner! And then it was like, what if the other ones were Turnabout Trump and Turnabout Serenade? Interesting. Like, but what does it all have to do with something? This is taking a real turn. Like, my goodness. But like I said, I'll be back on Thursday for the beginning of our trial of Turnabout Corner. So let me close the game so that way I can have one thing else open. So yes, let's go raid the onion. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll be back on Thursday for more Turnabout Succession. So, goodbye.